Hey guys, first I want to address a couple things. I do change my clothes. This is just kind of a uniform that I wear. It's easy to remember what to wear. Second, the mustache is real, but it is a benefit or a result of quarantine. Okay, this morning I was talking to a friend and client, Rich Creel, and Rich was asking me some advice on the strategy that he had. And what I realized was that it's simple. He didn't, this isn't the first time anybody's ever thought about this, but what Rich has created is an opportunity to really understand what your audience, your market, your clients, your prospects, whatever, is looking for right now. And that mechanism is a survey. Rich has a methodology when it comes to his survey technology that he can go to any audience, and you as the business owner let Rich loose on your folks. He can run a survey and really figure out where their head's at, what their fears are, what their aspirations are, what they want to buy right now, what they need in their life as far as messaging and all those types of things. And in the past, I've shared this concept that was taught to me by Todd Herman about having your languaging and your narrative for your brand or reputation meet your clients where they are on Maslow's hierarchy. And as we know right now, people aren't looking for esteem or status. They're more interested in security and love and connection and those types of things. Easier said than done to know this information and then not know how to communicate with them. So what Rich is doing is kind of like the fast and dirty way for an ask campaign, but pretty simple. Survey your list with some very pointed questions, asking them, exactly what you need to know from them. Your audience, you don't need a ton of responses, but it will help that you'll have specific languaging that they're using in their responses to you. And again, if you need some help with this, Rich, I put a link to him in the comments here. Rich is more than happy to. That's what he's doing right now. Is he's providing this service to business owners, entrepreneurs, and helping them really get clear. Because as I've shared in past videos, without clarity, you're going to make bad decisions. It's kind of guessing, right? But if you have clarity in your business, it's very easy to make the right decision. A very binary environment. Wrong decision, right decision. With clarity, you know which side of that coin your action will be falling on. So in the absence of you having that clarity unless you've been doing a lot of interaction with your audience or your marketplace right now, you're not going to have the clarity because, as we all know, things have changed, and they change on a week-by-week basis. The first week, I think there was a lot more fear than there is now. We're at the end of 3 weeks, at least for us here in the high desert of New Mexico, in most places. Next week is going to be different. So what I would encourage you to do is to make sure that your marketing efforts, your messaging, your leadership, your outreach, whatever it is that you're focused on right now for your marketplace is based on what's happening in their lives and where their head's at today. Again, the easiest way to do that, ask them. The mechanisms in place for you to do that, surveys. So outside of surveys, and if you want to get those surveys in front of them, obviously you can post it in any groups that you may be a part of. And here's another thing. There's a way for you to leverage this sentiment, even if it's not your own list. If you can find major Facebook groups or LinkedIn groups or whatever, and go in there and ask them, to fill out the survey, it's going to help you understand. I guess you could really do this with any market. If there's a market that I know a lot of people are exploring opportunities outside of their core business right now because of the state of flux that we all find our personal lives in, as well as the economy and the industries that we participate in. You can go to any major group and post these surveys and really get a clear idea of what those audiences are, like what's the zeitgeist that they're living in right now. Do they need guidance? Do they need tools? Do they need content? Do they want community? Do they want, you get it. I think you get the idea. That information right there is much more valuable than you reading a few articles that are really somebody else's opinion and trying to extract or infer information from that content source and communicate to an audience or a segment the way they need. Not nearly as effective as doing these surveys. And then once you get the information, some easy ways to, I don't want to say capitalize or monetize, but the ultimate goal is to make sure that your business is stabilized right now. How you do that is providing not only value, but specifically results for those audiences. Is once you have that information, use that languaging in any marketing that you're doing. Invite them to a live Zoom, which Zoom is still a viable communication method right now. I think that over the coming weeks, there's going to be some exhaustion when it comes to people joining these live Zooms. But at least for now, it's an opportunity for you to take exactly what they've said to you, feed that back to them, and create communities or environments where they can have access to you and to the solutions and results that you can provide for their specific needs that they shared with you from the survey. So listen, if any of you guys have any questions about how to stabilize your business right now, I'm available to talk to you. If you're interested in, the framework for a 90-day war plan when it comes to cash flow, when it comes to business strategy, and when it comes to your marketing messaging and narrative to your audience, I'm more than happy to help you get the framework together. If you go to nowcallchris.com, a way for you to book a call with me. We'll jump on the phone, no obligation. I guarantee at the end of that call, you will have a level of clarity. And again, as I mentioned earlier, without clarity, you're going to be making some, really your decisions are going to be guesswork, and the direction that you push your business is going to be haphazard at best. So I'm here to help entrepreneurs right now get clarity in their business and what they need to do to stabilize and prepare for moving ahead. So thanks for listening in, guys. Again, survey your list, survey any audience that you want insight into, and use that languaging to feed it back to them in your marketing. Have a great day. Stay safe. Stay sane.